Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you are watching this video right now or have watched any of my videos, thank you. If you have subscribed to my channel, thank you. If you have liked or commented, thank you. I just wanted to take a moment of time to give some gratitude and appreciation to those viewing my videos and just engaging with my channel. It means more than you can imagine. So thank you so much for that. Here we are on day 4 after fasting. Let me show you my walk from this morning. Some pretty exciting news there. Oh, man. I did it. I ran down my hike hill and I didn't stop. I did it. Wow. I just feel really good for having accomplished that. Very excited and wanted to share. I certainly feel like today's walk and run has been just easy. Like, from every aspect of it. The breathing has come easier. The running itself has been easier. It's just easier. And I also think it's super awesome to watch how adaptable and resilient our bodies are, just how flexible in a sense they are to change, and will work to adapt to that change, and even more so how quickly of a process that is. So, I want to encourage you and invite you to pick something, challenge your body. There was something I'd read or seen recently that said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. What challenge will change you for the better? That quote or saying I mentioned there, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you. I really like that. So I, again, encourage you to seek something, no matter how small it is, and let yourself be challenged and to watch the results from there. Day 4, testing for ketones. And yeah, I think we're pretty much negative at this point. So it took about 4 days for me to no longer test in ketosis after fasting and eating a vegetable fruit diet. It seems like it took me 4 days before I no longer tested for ketones in my urine. So that is something I find interesting, is that even though I've been eating fruit, because I really was under the impression that fruit would kick me out of ketosis, it did not, or eventually it did. But either way, all I know is it took 4 days, because this morning, as you can see, I no longer was testing for ketones, and if anything, it was maybe just such a trace amount. I am curious to see, once adding in more exercise, again, kind of doing what I was, if the ketones pick back up, because again, I'm not eating a lot of calories. That's another thing I wanted to touch on. I have been counting my calories daily and staying, I think, within 1,200, if not less, because keep in mind, I'm mainly eating fruits and vegetables. Vegetables don't have many calories and are very filling. So yesterday I found myself not really hungry, like not having an appetite, not even desiring to eat. The past few days though, I think that it was more of like, I can eat, so I'm going to eat, and my eating is limited as far as choices. So really just allowing myself to indulge in the food I could eat, essentially. But yesterday I didn't seem to have much of an appetite. Today is feeling like the same thing. And I do wonder if the coconut oil is having an impact on that, or if it's just a combination of everything. I'm not too sure. I have a confession as well, and it's not necessarily something I want to confess. I did weigh myself on day 2 after fasting. And I didn't report it because nobody wants to hear like, oh, I've gained weight, right? You don't put all that work in to gain the weight back. So I was down to 185 when I got on the scale 2 days after fasting. So after eating for a day, that next morning, I did weigh 188. I have decided that at this point, I'm not going to get back on the scale for maybe like until it's been a week since I've fasted, just to let my body kind of do whatever it needs to do. And ultimately too, I look at this as like a recovery period. So nourishing my body with all of this good, delicious food and nutrients that it needs after, you know, enduring water and no food for 6 days. So that is the objective right now. Again, while this is about weight to an extent, it is more than anything just about being comfortable with myself and my body. So I just wanted to come clean about the fact that I did hop on the scale. I just didn't want to share those results. I don't want to discourage anyone. We all know once you start eating after a prolonged period of time without food, you're bound to gain some weight back. But just if you do the same thing I did, do not be discouraged. Like, just keep going. Just know it's, your body's still figuring everything out. Just keep going. Today I am going to be making soup again. I have no idea why, but I've really been craving like cabbage and carrots and onion in like a soup. So I'm going to be making that. I will be adding some frozen veggies like peas, some more carrots and onion. And then I am going to have some oatmeal for breakfast. I did go ahead and get some blueberries rinsed as well as the raspberries before they get moldy because they're on their way to doing that. Hopefully maybe I'll have an apple today and a salad. I'm not too sure. I did also do some Pilates, back to 20 minutes with the resistance band. And overall, I just feel really good, really positive, motivated. I feel good overall, and that's a good feeling to have. I hope you all are feeling well on whatever journey you are currently on right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and share some of this soup, just kind of getting it ready here. So this is the cabbage I'm gonna cut up. I've got the carrot, the onion, and so I'm just gonna get this ready. I'm not gonna peel the carrot because I just think that's kind of silly. I'm just gonna leave it as is. I do have some butter already in this pan. I'm gonna go ahead and just pop those carrots and some of that cabbage in there. I really don't want a lot of cabbage in there right now. And here we've got that onion. I am going to put some garlic in there as well. I mean, what is my garlic doing? Like growing another garlic? So this one I do want to save and just see what happens with it. I do like to watch those kind of things happen just naturally. I think I'm gonna use this clove of garlic though. And that garlic there. And again, if you have celery, which I really wish I did have right now, it really does make a super simple broth. I'm gonna kick up this heat to a high just to get everything, basically to get the juices flowing there. Some salt and some pepper. And again, if I had celery, I would certainly add it. Again, this is just a super simple way to make soup broth, veggie soup broth, and just some garlic salt. I'm going to add a half a cup of water to start with. And actually I'm going to add just essentially 1 cup of water. Now that we've got that boiling, I am going to put a lid on it and reduce the heat down to about a 2 and just let it simmer. I did go ahead and chop up some kale along with that cabbage to add to the soup. I may add some mushrooms as well, just a little undecided there at the moment. And my coffee this morning, I did 6 ounces coffee, 1 tablespoon of the coconut oil, two just seemed like a bit too much, like thick. Like, I don't know, but so that's where I'm at with the coffee for right now. I may continue to experiment with it and see what I like. Again, really trying to cut back on meat and dairy. So, and with the soup, now even on a 2, it's got a really good boil going there. So I'm gonna turn it down at this point just to a low, because I do have stuff I need to do for the next few hours and I don't really want to have to worry about it. So that is what I'm doing there. I did it. I have fasted for 18 hours at this point. Thankful to be getting back on that schedule. I did add some veggies to the soup here, just some peas and some more carrots. I am going to have 2 packets of oatmeal today because I really do need to be eating more protein. And so trying to figure out what I want to eat that has protein in it. And so I figured I'll just have 2 packets of oatmeal today. That is what I'm about to eat right now. I actually even finished a pitcher of tea. So I'm trying to ensure that I keep my water intake, decent and not just let tea take over again. I'm gonna eat a banana, some raspberries and blueberries now as well. I want to thank you all so much for watching.